Hello and welcome to Art and Wine Magazine. Today we're interviewing Chef Chris over at Niner Wine Estates in Paso Robles. Chef Chris, welcome to the show. And I'm really happy because I'm in the kitchen. So, I never get to get in the kitchen, so this is really cool. So tell us a little bit how you got started as a chef.
Oh, well, how I got started? I started washing dishes, pretty much. Yeah. Well,
From the ground up?
Yeah. Well, that's here in Paso. I had culinary experience before from Tucson, Arizona. Worked at a couple places there. Did some student stuff. Ended up moving here to Paso, but from Paso, it took me about 6 months. This is like 13 years ago. It took me 6 months to find a job as a dishwashing job. Had to take it. And then just kept on going.
So did you go to culinary school and that sort of thing?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a natural.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I kind of think that might be one of my strengths, honestly, because I don't have those walls that are so instilled in your brain.
Yeah, because this way you get to be free. You're just able to create.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like jazz, It's just play it. All minute.
And that's really true. I mean, you're an artist. I mean, you're a culinary artist, right? I mean, that's what.
Yeah, people say that. I understand that. I don't really think of myself like that, but I try to be. I try to make everything look as beautiful as possible. Just come up with new stuff, different ways to serve things that people are used to. Just bring joy.
Some of your contemporaries have called you like a food geek. Is that right? I mean, you're able to like.
Yeah. So I can dive down into it.
Yeah.
And got our garden over here, and just all over it. Our wonderful gardener Annette. Right before we started this, I was out there looking at radishes with her and just figuring stuff out to do with. And there's that. And
so tell us about your menu.
Oh, our menu. We have everything from a burger to scallops with a nice carrot ginger curry puree, carrot ginger puree on the bottom with some bitterness from watercress from our garden. We also switch back and forth from our kales. So we have a tree kale, it's actually a collard or a tree collard. And then we also do Tuscan kale. So when we deplenish one, we'll switch to the other.
Oh, wow.
So they're interchangeable. Little differences from texture here, but it works great. With pomegranate juice, we have lime juice. We're starting our own finger limes out here, which that's going to be a lot of fun if you know what those are. And
I don't know what those are. What are those?
They're limes about the size of your finger, so like this. They're cylindrical, and you cut off the end, and then you squeeze them in little beads of lime juice.
Oh wow!
Out. So some people call them caviar limes. So, it's like little caviar beads of lime juice, and they're insane. I think they're native to Australia.
What's your favorite food? I'm curious.
Oh, my personal favorite food. I really like Asian cuisine. There's Thai food. It's really good. I like African food as well, from like Moroccan spices, stuff like that. There's French. I love the French technique. Not so much like you have to do it like this, you have to do it like this, but the techniques that you can use to pretty much make other foods better. So it's kind of like a constant figuring it out, fusion type thing. I love me some awesome barbecue too. South Carolina barbecue, way to go for me.
So you're getting a lot of critical acclaim. People love your food. What do you attribute that to?
Good taste buds. I don't know. I have a great team back here too. They help me out every step of the way. They're the ones pumping it out every day. I give them guidance, helping with everything, but they're the ones on the line doing everything.
Sure.
And they're great, which I'm sure you can see them popping in and out in the background.
They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know, because now you do a lot of pairings with your food. What do we have here?
This one, well, we're actually drinking two different ones. You have the Chardonnay. Yeah, and I'm sitting with the Silhouette de Cour. a silhouette of the heart. So all the varietals in this come around the heart. So that's
What food goes great with this?
With your Chardonnay, this pea soup with the citrus notes, the fattiness of it, it's gonna go great with that scallop, that sweet scallop, and then you're gonna have that char from the grill, and that'll go great.
Wouldn't that salmon go good with this too? I'm just
yeah,
a nice little poached salmon. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they go great with it. Let's stay away from the leaner ones, but
Right.
yeah, salmon.
So what would you say? What makes a really good chef? I mean, because it's kind of amazing. You're like the kid that's the genius that has been homeschooled. You know what I mean? It's like that's what.
Well, that's a cool thing.
Yeah. So I'm just curious. What makes a really good chef?
All the good chefs that I've seen, they constantly have drive. Constantly, they're really creative. It's like, don't be afraid to push boundaries. It's like, there's also a lot of chefs that I know that, they'll be slanging food, everyone loves it, and then they get one complaint because one person doesn't like it, and then management or someone tells them, hey, this one person doesn't like it, you got to take it off the menu. So what about the 500 of them?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, no, that person is just, they ordered the wrong thing. So if they don't like it, don't change. If you think it's good, trust. Yeah, trust yourself, trust your techniques. You have to train a lot. It's like just day in, day out, reading, and working as well. And
yeah, that's what actually made Michael Jordan, right? He just kept shooting, and just became very good.
Yeah. And also, the good chefs, you also you have to stay in your budget. I worked with a lot of chefs that had great ideas, but their eventual downfall was not keeping things in budget, losing money, and then you can't run when you're losing money. So you always have to have that. And let's say I want to work with this one thing. Well, you have to think about that. It's like, well, does this make sense to serve for a lunch or something like that?
Hundreds of people or whatever.
Yeah, when you're half your cost, your food cost is just in the ingredient, other than because then you still have preparation to do, and then your profit's gone.
You gotta think of everything.
You gotta have a business mentality. You've gotta file. You gotta file everything. I keep 2 separate records of absolutely everything, whether it be recipes, invoices, past menus, current menus, just everything.
So you gotta be organized.
Oh yeah, as much as you can. If you see my desk, there's stuff everywhere.
What's your favorite? I'm just curious though. What's your favorite part of the biz? What do you love about
cooking?
Yeah. The creative part.
Yeah, cooking.
That makes sense.
Definitely.
Well, Chef, thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
Cheers. We'll see you next time. ArtWineMagazine.com.
Cheers.